Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Yellow with your host. And I'm so bad at these trainer names all of a sudden. Well, you know me, I'm Shadow.
And I am Drak. And I am peering into your soul!
In the last episode we took on Gary and at Lavender Town and we got all the way to Celadon City. But before I go anything else in Celadon City, I've come into the Celadon department store so I can buy a soda for those thirsty guards.
You mean you didn't go and buy a bicycle full of marijuana?
No.
For those who do not know what I'm talking about, go look up Pokemon Rusty version. I love the fact that we have two Mandarks standing right next to each other. We're totally good shopkeepers.
Come up through. My sister is a trainer, believe it or not. But
I don't believe you.
But she's so immature. She drives me nuts.
Yeah, I don't believe you.
I'm thirsty. I want something to drink. Well, the vending machine's right there. Go ask your brother right there for money. I assume that's his sister. I don't know.
Yeah, you have to take the gas.
I'm gonna buy some fresh water because it's cheaper. You only need
one. And apparently buying fresh water breaks the game. Because how dare you be drinking something healthy? Just saying. I love the elevators in these games. It's like... the screen shakes a little bit.
No joke. When I went to college, we had the ricketiest elevators ever. You were seriously afraid they were gonna fall any minute now.
Oh yeah, because you were there. Were you there like when they were doing all the big redesign and things like that?
Yeah.
So yeah, okay. We're actually having that problem at. Thankfully, Alex is graduated from college. Congratulations.
Thank you.
But I am not, and my college just got a new building, and everything in the building is perpetually broken.
Mm-hmm. Keep out of Team Rocket's way.
Well, thank you, Mr. Rocket. That's not conspicuous at all.
It's still not as good as the guy in the game corner, but we'll see that in a minute.
I'm starting to think that Team Rocket really needs to reconsider their goon policy.
Well, I can have this drink. Gee, thanks.
You've saved us all. We were dying.
Apparently so.
Nobody would go and buy us a big gulp.
I'll share this with the other guards.
And now that you have given him this and he shares it with the other guards, he then passes his flu virus on to the next one and they all die. And then Alex is forever blamed.
I'm a security guard. Suspicious kids I don't allow in.
I don't know, you look kind of suspicious, buddy.
As you can see, we're in Saffron City. I'm actually here with a purpose because I am going to teach my Drowsy Psychic, but I can't find Mr. Psychic's house. I know I just passed it, but I really couldn't find it for a while.
I gotta tell you, I mean, I love the Game Boy Color, but this was the one city that kind of hurt my eyes, because it is so much yellow on one screen. Like, Vermilion isn't that bad. This is just... woof. I'm trying to think of the other comparison that I could make is actually in Gen 2. What's the third city you come to that's like the hub?
Oh, Goldenrod.
Goldenrod is the same way. It's so hard to look at them. And your little Pikachu is just like, I'm blending in perfectly. I'm just going to start shocking people left and right. Nobody will know the difference.
Good, shock those rockets, Pikachu. Shock them.
Oh yeah, that's right, because all the rockets have like locked off all the major places.
Wait, don't say a word. You wanted this. TM29.
And that's Psychic?
Yes.
Okay. Come on, Grandpa. Bend a spoon for us.
You okay? You look like you have a headache.
And then he turns into the little monk kid from the Matrix. And then you realize there is no spoon. And Keanu Reeves comes out of nowhere and says, "Whoa, I didn't think of it that way before."
Of course, you interrupt my Pokemon reference with a completely irrelevant reference.
So you're basically saying I ninja bombed it?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
And we magic cut back to Celadon City. We teleport it.
And it is so green.
Trainer tips. Guard special protects Pokemon against special attacks such as fire and water. Get your items at Celadon Department Store. Hooray, hooray, hooray.
Newsflash! Your dog plays ping pong.
We are in the game corner. Don't waste your money on gambling. But remember, kids, gambling's good for you. As Pegasus once said. I'm guarding this poster. Go away or else.
I love it. There's something apparently very special about that poster.
Rocket wants to fight.
Oh, I know what's so special about the poster. Gary signed it.
Raticate. Go Firo. Go.
Now, I have to ask honestly, Alex, are we going to have more bad luck?
Actually, no. See, I totally dodged a bullet with that Hyper Fame. And, yeah, one hit critical! My luck is finally turning around.
I'm going to shut up.
Zubat.
Because I could easily say, you're 1 crit to my 50.
Shut up.
I have Sand Slash, Destroyer of Worlds!
You're gonna run out of that soon enough. I get lucky with crits in this battle, I really do. Not as lucky as you, baby, but I still get lucky.
Dang!
I got $600 for winning.
I'm sorry, but the male Rocket, he looks like... Okay, again, I'm an old fart, guys. But if you remember the old music video to Whip It, he looks just like that. And every time I see that, I just go, whip it. Whip it good. Dun, 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 dun.
So we had to activate the secret stairs, though. Apparently the rocket can fuse through the floor. No need to call Mulder and Scully on this one.
But Scully, the truth is out there. Shut up, Mulder. I do know a few lines from the series.
Vaguely.
Very vaguely. It's funny, I know jack about David Duchovny in X-Files, but I love David Duchovny in Evolution, which is like a modern-day Ghostbusters. And one of these days we'll have to show Alex Evolution, because it was awesome.
Hero.
Oh yeah, you were totally not kidding, man. That's totally a pedo leer. Come here, Fido.
Besides the whole fact that when Drowsy evolves into Hypno, Oh, that was really awesome. When Drowsy evolves into Hypno, of course, he lures children away.
Well, and weren't you telling me that, like, the lore of Hypno is, like, he is a child?
Yeah, that's like his Pokedex entry, that he was once a child and he became a Pokemon.
See, children, this is why you behave. Because if you don't, your parents turn you into Drowsy. I guess Hypno.
Machop! And of course, perfect, because I have Hero.
And apparently he has very massive armpit sag.
Yes.
I get what that's supposed to be, guys. It's supposed to be his rib cage, but that's not what it looks like.
Yes.
And you know some diehard Pokemon fan is just going to be like, Drak needs to shut up, because his observations are stupid and Pokemon's awesome. Pokemon is awesome. I don't hate it. It's just sometimes you gotta laugh at some of the pixel decisions here.
The early sprites are really funny.
They are! And it's not like Game Boy is solely guilty of this. Go look at Nintendo. Heck, go look at Atari. For crying out loud. How many Angry Video Game Nerds videos could I point out about Atari?
Yeah. Where you have to run through nuclear waterfalls.
Nuclear waterfalls, or the Raiders of the Lost Ark, where an hourglass is a grappling hook. And I can't even remember half the other design problems there.
E.T.
We don't bring up E.T. Nobody brings up E.T. E.T. will kill people. Or kill LPs and kill YouTube channels. I'm thoroughly convinced that's what's happening with James Rolfe right now, is that the reason he has not been able to get this done is that there's some kind of curse on those cartridges, and even mentioning them just puts you in hell. Because I want to see that movie, but I also don't want to see that movie.
It probably just would have been better to make an episode out of it.
I've heard that debate, and I don't know if I agree. E.T. has got a lot of hate behind it. And so just to do E.T., I don't think, or just to do AVGN Presents E.T., I don't think that does it enough justice. Just to the hatred that that game produced. But the problem is that we've been waiting so long, and it almost feels like that movie has been stuck in development hell. And we just want it. And now that it's been so long, we don't know if we want it.
Pretty much.
But then again, I mean, a lot of people made the argument that Rob the Robot should have been a movie. And I don't agree with that. I think it was a very good episode, and Rob there wasn't enough to mock.
Yeah.
Because even though Rob was a stupid gimmick for Nintendo, he's still a nice little showcase to your gamer room. You know, like action figure.
Or the Virtual Boy.
No, nobody ever has the Virtual Boy.
I once saw a Virtual Boy for sale in Las Vegas. I almost thought about getting it.
Okay, now here's the golden question. How much was it on sale for?
Maybe a couple $100.
Okay, because I remember going to a garage sale in... Newsflash. When we were growing up, we actually grew up fairly close to each other. So there was like a neighborhood yard sale. And this was out when the Virtual Boy was new. The Virtual Boy was out, $1.
Wow.
For the console.
Somebody was really wanting to get rid of it.
Yeah, exactly. And he had like a majority of the games. I wished I'd bought the games at least, because the rarity of some of them would actually have gotten me some money. I'm trying to... I think it's called Jack Brothers. He had it. And that is very rare. Like, collectors are still trying to get their hands on that cartridge.
Dang.
Just because they want, like, a complete Virtual Boy collection.
Right.
And, of course, I've played a Virtual Boy, and I can also vouch at its terribleness. It is horrible. You know you've done evil when, as an 11-year-old, that's when my first contact with a headache came into play. I'm like, why is my head hurting, Mommy? And then we saw the little warning label on the bottom saying, yeah, this game console might cause headaches. I'm actually kind of surprised we're not getting the supersonic music here for some of the combat.
It's pretty straightforward combat. I usually use the supersonic when I'm stuck in a rap or something. So
This is true.
you can count on it when we get to Erica.
Oh, and oh man. We're going to have to go into that when we go to Erica's gym, because holy crap, girl power. There is so much girl power in that gym.
I know, it's awesome.
Like, I remember people criticizing the Erica episode because it was, you know, very feminist. There's a reason for it. That is like the ultimate feminist gym. And feminists out there, do not argue with me. Do not argue. We will bring up the dialogue. Boys aren't allowed in here. It's like the Charlie Brown movie. No dogs allowed.
Classic.
Oh, and while I'm thinking about it, Alex, so occasionally we do, you know, have ADD moments, and we go into current day news.
Yes.
And I wanted to bring this up because I want to know what Alex thinks. Sega and buying Atlas.
I'm pretty ambivalent about it. I don't have much in the way of Atlas knowledge or games.
Really? You're not excited?
But I'm just ambivalent about it.
Oh, you just said you haven't played Atlas games.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is why it's a good thing in a lot of cases. Atlas is very well known in the gaming world for making really good RPGs.
Right.
So, for example, Persona is theirs. The reason it's a good idea is because this now reopens RPGs for Sega, because they really weren't considering on doing anything like that, mainly because they're working on PSO2, and all their money's getting diverted there. But now they have Atlas, and they can just say, oh, well, we do have RPGs coming out.
And PSO...
Take a look at what Atlas is doing.
Yes. I also want to say, and PSO2 is delayed in the US again.
Yep.
Sega, why do you do this?
See, and what Alice doesn't know is I'm not surprised at this, because it's an MMO, and betas take time.
I know they take time, but
I knew that they were going to have a bunch of problems, even when they were sitting there going, no, everything's going great. I knew that eventually we would see Sega reps saying, yeah, we need to be able to get this right for you guys. And frankly, I would much rather have them get it right. Because have you guys ever heard of an MMO that got it wrong?
Nope. Exactly why.
Exactly. There are a few that have. I mean, like, a lot of people will make the claim that Final Fantasy XIV was horribly done. And a lot of people would agree with you. Hence why they had to go remake it. They had to go take... I love this concept. They had to take all of the suck out of Final Fantasy XIV. Do you want Phantasy Star Online 2 to have to do the same thing?
Hopefully not.
Nobody does. We all want to see PSO2 succeed. Now, are we expecting it to be... And I can't even believe I'm doing this because I hate it when people do it. Are we expecting it to be like World of Warcraft? No. What we're expecting is that it will have its own target audience. Because that's all you can expect in an MMO. So, like, for example, Alex might be a part of the target audience.
Yes.
And Alex likes running into a wall.
What the hell am I doing? I don't know. Anyway, I gotta also do this. You spin me right round, baby, right round.
Like a record, baby, right, round, round.
When Brain Scratch Comms played this, they actually put in that song. It got them into some trouble, but they played it, and it was hilarious.
That's like the other kind of Rickroll song that you can do. In fact, I'm kind of surprised that we aren't doing it with this whole maze. Because you could really just spin me right round, baby, right round.
I've had too much trouble with YouTube's copyright filters to dare try anything like that.
How dare you be adventurous, Shadow Blazer 3000. Sorry, YouTube, but you're a little stuffy on some of this stuff. And I get it's not you. I get that you really just don't want lawyers involved. But if they're really worried about Alex, you know, taking their copyright and making millions of dollars with it, that'd be great, and I'm sure he'd be willing to pay some of that back.
Of course.
But it's probably not going to happen. So, you know, stick your head out of the sand.
Mm-hmm. Rocket wants to fight. And of course they all have Rattatas, Zubats, and Coughings. It's even worse in Gen 2 when you have to fight endless amounts of rockets and they all have the same type of Pokemon.
Pretty much. I mean, and then even in Gen 2 and Gen 3, they still have kind of their recycled Pokemon. So, you know, in Gen 2 you might get... I'm trying to think of the ones in Gen 2. It'd be like Hoot Hoot and...
And of course I'm apt to miss, so I heal up.
Ooh, that's actually got me thinking. What would be the recyclable version of Rattata in Gen 2? Because Rattata was actually available right off the bat.
Yeah.
So maybe he was.
Most of the Gen 1 Pokemon were still widely available.
It's like the Pokemon Rusty version joke with the ball of like 20 bazillion Bidoofs.
Yes. Pikachu!
And Pikachu is a psychotic Beedrill. Because that's the way we roll. They really need to do a sequel to Rusty version, or finish Rusty version. Because that would be awesome.
Mankey's kicking butt and taking names. But it's sad, it's not until Giovanni that I finally get to make him evolve into Primate.
It's not till Giovanni that I send you to the card graveyard.
Why are you doing Bakura?
Because it's the same voice.
I don't think Bakura and Giovanni are the same.
It's the same guy.
Oh, really?
It is the same guy. I went back, I listened to it again, both of them side by side. Now it's not the nice and kind Bakura, it's the evil Bakura.
Yeah, what? I think you're right.
It is. They are both the same person. Mewtwo, you will serve me, or I will send you to the card graveyard.
Intruder alert.
And some Pokemon fans gonna scream out, "How dare you compare Giovanni to Bakura?"
What?
They're both technically they're both as hammy. They really are. I mean, Bakura doesn't really even play a major role until like the end. You know, we get hinted that he's this big villain, and they don't ever do anything with him.
He just doesn't get the screen time he needs.
No, the most evil that he actually looks is Battle City when he has the Cthulhu deck and summons up the world of non-comprehension, and that's it. they don't really ever do anything else with him.
My name is Merrick. I don't care.
I don't care, because I'm going to send you to the card graveyard.
And people may be wondering why I keep on saying that. It's fun to say in the Bakura voice.
To the card graveyard. It's awesome.
Or even better when he's like... And I'm still waiting to see an abridged to this, where Bakura faces off against the 3 underlings in Battle City, and he tells the horror story of his monsters.
Right.
So he's like,
Once upon a time, there was a knight, and he lost his head, and he still roams his graveyard today. I summon forth the headless knight.
and everybody's afraid of this, but everyone's like, dude, you saw it on the card. It doesn't exist. The only person that knows this might remotely exist is Bakura.
Mickey grew to 27. One more level and he evolves. Mickey's trying to learn focus energy, but I don't go for it. It's lame.
You don't learn to Hulk up?
No.
That's literally what I looked at focus energy about. It's like, oh, so you want my fighting Pokemon to Hulk up? I could easily make a Hulk Hogan joke here, but what the hell?
So let me tell you something, brother. My Mankey is going to whip all your candy butts, and he's going to do it with pride. And what you gonna do when he evolves into Primeape?
Okay. You have any idea what we're gonna do to you? You're gonna pound my face.
The only question is, brother, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when my Primeape goes wild on you?
Take the elevator, see my boss. I actually kind of forget who has the lift key. So I keep looking around for trainers to drop it.
And for the record, no, I'm not a wrestling fanatic. It's just the 90s characters are really fun to make fun of.
Today we have Rock.
For those who start sending me questions about whether or not I like John Cena, don't do it. Don't. I don't care.
Can you reach the boss?
I don't know. Bones. Analysis. Damn it, Jim! I'm a doctor, not a Pokemon trainer!
I need to learn how to do the new Bones, because I love him. And now we're trying to figure out which way do we go.
It's not a particularly hard maze. There's actually one much harder in Fire Red and Leaf Green.
Yeah, because they improved on this, didn't they?
Yeah, but not in this area. It's a different area.
Silco?
No, not Silpco. It's like it's a whole new area they put in for the Fire Red Leaf Green.
Oh,
remakes.
nice. Okay.
It's like another secret rocket hideout, a little like this one, but on a different place.
There's even stuff I don't know. This is where Alex comes in handy because he knows this stuff.
I do. I do.
Indeed you do.
What's me doing Ritsu?
Okay. Oh, there. Yeah, I get what you're doing.
Oh, yes.
It took me a second. I figured it out. And here's another rocket.
Stop meddling in Team Rocket's affairs.
Uh-huh. I'll consider it no.
We would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you meddling. Don't even think about making a Scooby-Doo reference.
I was gonna say, don't you dare do it. Don't you dare. Because that would be way too easy. It's like we're meddling kids. We have to meddle. I remember seeing a t-shirt with Freddy on it just saying, meddling kids just gotta meddle. It's like, no, they don't, but okay. And I'm about to, every time I see your Mankey, I'm about to just call out, Cthulhu! There's tentacles!
Will Red change Pokemon? Right, keep him in for Raticate.
And the Raticate doesn't last long.
Nope, down in one shot with a crit. Super effective.
Now that's what we call a squishy Raticate.
Squishy, squishy, squishy.
Oh yes, very squishy. Squishy. You know, he's basically the Mistral of the Pokemon universe. Except Mistral actually, like, looks for things to hit her. Because by the time this is out, I mean, seriously, you guys will have seen the Parasite Dragon, and wow, Mistral, seriously.
Oh, that was too close. Too close. Red defeated Rocket. Ooh, taken down. I talked to him again, because I keep thinking somebody is to drop the lift key by talking to them.
There is, but it's not this guy.
Yeah, I kind of forgot which one it was.
Yeah, so did I. Strangely enough, so did I.
It's been a little while since we played Gen 1.
Been a while since I could pull my head
And
up
I found an
high.
HP up. Isn't that special? Bow, 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 bow.
And there's your guy.
Yes. The elevator doesn't work. Who has the lift key?
You do! Check your pocket after I beat you horribly in a Pokemon match.
Rocket wants to buy.
I still want to see, at some point, just to make fun of it, have a referee just jump out of anywhere. Then it's agreed! This is a Pokemon battle!
Matt, you're referencing Metabots now?
I love Metabots! I love the referee!
Yeah, the
I will be the referee! Mr. Referee!
Yeah, Mr. Referee was awesome.
One of these times we're just gonna have to bring him in just because at some point, now we have to deal with Gary. Then it's agreed! This will be a submission style Pokemon battle! Seriously, does anybody know what we're talking about with Metabots? Wasn't all that. It's kind of sad. Metabots wasn't really all that popular on Fox because it came in right as Fox was dying.
Yeah. And, you know, it was still contending with Digimon and Pokemon, which were still the huge hits.
And yeah, because I mean, for the longest time, it was always after Digimon. Because for some reason, Fox execs thought that was a great idea. Because people would be burned out on Digimon and go to Metabots. No, they were just planning on watching Digimon. And then all the other stuff they cared about was like 2 hours later.
Oh no, I dropped the lift key.
And you don't have enough inventory. Oh.
Fortunately, that doesn't happen.
Well, then you guys are going to like my video. Because it does.
It does. It happens. I'm curious what TMO2 is. Razor Wind. And I teach this to Fear. Well, actually, I don't teach it right away, but I do end up teaching it because I thought it was going to be a flying move. No, it's a normal move.
Yeah.
Of course.
I was kind of wondering about it because I'm like, Razor Wind? That kind of sounds like a flying move. I didn't do anything with it, but it's like, maybe later. Maybe I'm going to wait until my Pidgeotto gets Wing Attack. Which still hasn't happened.
Let go out and heal. I always forget I have escape routes because I have a Diglett with Dig.
And you just immediately skip everything. No! Alex fought Giovanni off camera!
No, I was going to fight Giovanni. I just went to heal up. Because I also have to fight Jesse and James.
Oh, that's right. In Yellow, you have to fight them instead.
I do speed up a little bit through this. I should have put the supersonic music here in hindsight.
Well. And there we go. Ah! Ah! And you have the lift key, so you could technically use the elevator at this point.
Yes.
But you're thinking about it.
I'm thinking. Gotta think. I'm just gotta psyching myself up.
I could get a seizure while on this elevator. But I'm gonna do it. Man, the elevators in the Pokemon universe are kind of hazardous.
Not another step, brat. How dare you humiliate us at Mount Moon? It's payback time, you brat.
Is that supposed to be the Rocket theme in MIDI form? That sounds nothing like it.
It's not the anime theme. It's
Okay.
just, it's definitely something written for the game.
And of course we have coffee. Red and blue must be interesting with this concept if they could actually do Jesse and James, because it would be a tag duel. Isn't that... They did implement tag duels as of Gen 3, right?
Yes.
So you could actually have, like, two, I think is the limit?
Yeah, like 2. Now with Gen 6, you can have 3. You can have, like, 3-on-3 battles. But
I thought, honestly, they brought that in Gen 5, but...
Yeah, Gen 5, Gen 6. Of course, this is the only time you actually get Jesse and James, surprisingly.
Well, yeah, because this was more of an actual reference to the anime.
Mm-hmm.
And then everything after is back to classic.
Yeah, just being...
Because I actually heard that a lot of people didn't like the fact that this game referenced the anime a lot.
I don't know who...
And I don't know why they had a problem with that. Because a lot of people who got into the games got in because of the anime.
I guess they gotta be the dumbest nitpickers ever. I don't know who would be like that.
You don't know who would be like that?
No.
Shall I go into the people who have the 9-centimeter leg argument?
Well, that's a little bit different.
Yes, people nitpick for stupid reasons. And amongst gamers, I'm sorry, there are a lot of ones that don't have enough credence. And I mentioned a few of them on these LPs, so I'm not going to go over them again, but seriously. Look into what you're doing and whether or not it's even going to pay off for you. And oh boy. Will Drowsy survive? Will he make it? Yes, he will. Because Ekans is a wimp.
Level 22.
Oh, good lord, stop the Zelda music! Why, Nintendo? Why do you have to have that warning sound?
Looks like Team Rocket's blasting off again!
Ding! Although, my hat's off to James. He's not cross-dressing.
I know.
It almost makes you wonder what you're watching. Are you actually watching a spoof of them? I'll be honest, I never liked it when James cross-dressed. It was so wrong.
I just rearranged my party a little bit.
For the evil Giovanni. Oh my gosh, yes!
So, I must say, I'm impressed you got here.
He's got Sprite Green! Or Sprite Grin. I love it.
Yo, Giovanni wants to fight. I look like a stereotypical Italian.
What's wrong with looking like a stereotypical Italian?
Because we're not a stereotypical channel. No, we embrace all ages of audiences.
But hey, we'll make fun of your stereotypes.
Giovanni is guard special. It's not gonna help you, because I'm not using special attacks.
Aww.
I actually do this whole thing with Mankey, because I want Mankey to evolve. But he doesn't level up for like 3 Pokemon.
Well, you're pretty close, isn't it? Because he's 28?
Yeah,
When
28.
that happens?
Rhyhorn, which is a little disappointing because I wanted Wartortle to get some action too. It's super effective. And of course he uses a guard special again. Enemy Rhyhorn. There we go.
Except you'll have to wait until the end of the battle, right?
Yes. Persian. And of course I stick with Maggie because normal type. Payday. Not like I'm complaining, it gives me extra monies. But man, it takes a big chunk out of my health.
Yeah, that was a pretty big crit right there.
It's super effective.
Yeah, probably a good idea. Take out a potion. See, again, it's a good thing that this isn't like a Nuzlocke challenge because, seriously, the last couple of trainers, you will lose a Pokemon. You will do it. I remember watching Pro Jared's, and it had happened like clockwork. He got the first 4 done without problems, and then every trainer after that took at least 1 death with him.
What? This cannot be.
What? This cannot be.
What?
Mankey is evolving.
Bum 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 dun 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 dun. Mankey evolved into Primeape. And Primeape is trying to learn. Rage! Yes, that's actually a good move.
He's trying to learn Brooklyn Rage.
Yes.
Okay. Which is more powerful than Rage. Please tell me you got rid of Leer.
I think I do. I don't know, I'm taking my time thinking about it.
The suspense is killing me!
Oh, the suspense is terrible. I hope it'll last.
Jeez.
I see that you raise Pokemon with utmost care. A child like you would never understand what I hope to achieve. I shall step aside this time. I hope we meet again, so I can send you to the card graveyard.
And I found the Sylph Scope.
Sorry, guys, had to do it. It's way too fun to say card graveyard.
And that concludes this episode.
So we would like to end on Pokemon Trainer Death, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so that is part 10 of our Pokemon Yellow LP. Stay tuned next week for the next one. Once again, I am Sith Lord Elite Alex.
And I'm Rocket Grunt.
I mean Drak. I'm Drak.
And I'm Alex. I almost said Adam. Now look what you made me do.
I've screwed us all up. I am Drak.
I am Alex.
And we'll see you next time.